Hello guys, I am really sorry because we are taking almost very long time, right? But don't worry, now onwards I will update my videos on daily basis. Okay, actually due to some another work, I'm unable to focus on this video making and all that. But don't worry, now onwards definitely I will try to make the videos. So before moving forward, we will basically discuss what exactly we learned till now. Okay, so this is basically the Python series. Here you can learn the Python from scratch to advanced, and we almost learn all the data structure that are present in Python. Along with that, almost we learn the indexing concept. I hope you remember the indexing concept. If you don't know, then please go and watch my previous video and then come back to this video, because this video is also one of the most important video, because in this video we will learning the Python slicing concept. It will be more advanced than your indexing. Okay, so within one word, if I want to tell about the indexing, just remember the simple thing. Whenever you want to print a single character, single element, everything in a single, then definitely you can go to the indexing. Okay, so for example, I hope you already know what is the data type of that. Okay, if you don't know, please watch the previous video and then come back to this video. Okay, now my task is that I want to print the 4. Simple. You need to use the variable name, square bracket, and negative index, or you can also use the positive index. So whenever you have to print single element, then you can go to the indexing. That's it. Easy. Yeah. Now moving forward with our concept called as slicing. This is basically very important. We will say why it's important, because here we will print multiple element, but always remember, sequence means inside that element gap should be the same. If the gap is not same, then definitely you need to use the indexing plus slicing. Okay, we will cover this, don't worry, but firstly focus on what exactly the slicing. The syntax is simple. First you need to write your start index, then you need to use the colon, then your end index always need to be +1, then again your colon, and then your step size is also +1. Okay, so start index means what exactly you want to, like for example in this example I want to print the 1 3. Okay, so if you want to print the 1 and 3, your start index, which element should be the first? Definitely 1. So you need to give the start index as a index number of the 1, then you need to mention the colon, and then end index +1. So you want to print 1 and 3. Okay, you don't want to print 2, but if you count the index number of 3, what it is? 0 1 2, but you need to give the +1, so it will become 3. Then again colon and step size. Why step size? Because inside the 1 and 3, how many elements are missing? Exactly 1 missing, so you need to give the 2. That's it. Don't worry, within a first example definitely no one can be understand, but try to solve as many as example. Here also we will solve the 5 to 10 examples so that you can easily understand. Okay, so I will write here basically what exactly I want to print. I want to print 1 and 3. Okay, so simple. You need to give the first variable name, then slicing. Okay, that is square bracket. Now you want to print the 1 and 3, so you need to first count this and this. Okay, the syntax is start index. So 1 is the start index. What is the index number of 1? 0. That's it. As per the syntax, whenever you giving the start index, you need to mention the colon, then end index +1. End means what exactly the second element you want to print? 3. So what is the exact index number of 3? 0 1 2, but as per the syntax it should be the +1, so it will become 3, right? Now the step size is coming into the picture. Now for example, if you don't want to print, means you want to print 1 2 3, that's it. It will be easy. Okay, because if you don't want to skip anything in between, then you don't need to give the step size. Step size is coming into the picture whenever you have to have missing elements in between, then and then only it will be the step size. Okay, so here again I am giving the colon, and step size is +1. So between 1 and 2, how many elements are there? Exactly 1. Definitely this is also +1 you need to give, and this will be your answer. Got it? Don't worry, it will be little bit, we can say, hard, but try to solve the example. Now we will convert this list into big so that you can understand. 4 5 6, also I will give ISKCON, Radha Krishna, Mahadev, Har Har Mahadev, right? Yes. Now this is our updated list. Now my task is that I want to print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, as simple as that. First we will solve the basic example, then we will move forward with the advanced example. Now, as per the syntax, try to solve that. You have your syntax in front of you, right, in the screen. Try to solve. What exactly you need to print? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First, you need to check between 1, between 2, between 3, between 4, and between 5. If any elements are missing, if not, then it will be very easy task for you. Why? Because you want to print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you just need to give the start index, that is 0. Why? Because 1 at the first index. And you want to go till 5, so you need to count the index number of 5. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and as per the syntax you need to give the +1, so it will become 0 colon 5. Now for example I want to print 2, 3, 4. Okay, now also you need to check between your inside your list between 2 and 3 and 4, is any elements are missing? No, then definitely you can moving forward with a simple 2, 3, 4. Now here you don't need to give the start index as a 0. Why? Because your task is print 2, 3, 4. So between 2, 3, 4, which element should be the first? 2. So what exactly the index number of 2? It should be the give the 1. Colon. What means when till means where at the end you want to go? 2, 3, 4. So this is your last index and end index always should be the +1. So you need to count the index number of 4. Simple 0, 1, 2, 3, and end plus always 1. So it will become your 2, 3, 4. Simple. You can try by yourself also, because if I am solving the here the most example, then video will be becomes lengthy, and definitely no one wants to be lengthy, right? Everyone wants shortcut. Okay, so within 1 minute I will give you another example that is much, you can say, the little bit advanced, but you can try to solve. Okay, I want to print 1, 3, 5. Okay, see, you have the list 1, 3, 5. You want to print the 1, 3, 5. Don't worry about all these things. First your task is that what exactly the your start index and end index. You are starting from the 1, so definitely it should be the 0 colon. What exactly the end index should be 1, between 1, 2, 3, 5. Which elements are the last? 5. So you need to count the index number of 5. So what is it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's it. You need to give the +1. Okay, then between 1 and 3 and 5 means between 1 and 3 how many elements are missing? 1. Between 3 and 4 5 how many? 1. So both should be the 1. So definitely 1 plus 1 is a 2. Got it? Now here the twist. For example, if I am saying that okay, I want to print 1, 3, and 4. Okay, then this slicing should not be work. Always remember why? Because between 1 and 3 you have one element missing, but between 3 and 4 you don't have any missing element. Then you need to use combination of indexing and slicing. Now see, for example, I want to print 1, 3, and 4. Okay, first try to understand the error. Okay, don't go in directly. First try to understand error, then and then only you can try to print that. Okay, so now for example I want to print 1, 3, and 4. If you're noticing here, you can use various methods. You know the indexing, you know the slicing, you just need to combine them. So definitely it should be like concatenation. But always remember, any data structure like for example list, tuple, set, dictionary, or your string, if you want to print, and if you means for example if you're noticing here, if I'm mentioning s of 0. Okay, so it should be printing only 1. It should be not in a square bracket. Always remember. So it should be becoming integer only. But if you want to print this into in your list, then you need to use the slicing. Get the difference. This is very very important. Even if you want to print the single element, also you can use the slicing. Okay, because if you are using only indexing, then it will be become your original data type. Like for example, I am using the s of -1, it will be become Mahadev, but it should be become a directly string, not a list. Always remember, that's why we need to do the slicing. Now here also our task is that we want to print 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, 1, 3, 4. So that's it. First I will use, means first I will try to print 1 and 3. Okay. So what is the index number of 1? It should be the 0 colon. What is index number of 3? 0, 1, 2. So it should be the +1. Okay. Right. 0, 3. Now I want to print only 1 and 3. So I don't want in between 2. Simple. Give the column. How many elements are missing? 1. So it should be give the 2. So now you are getting the 1 and 3. And now if I am using here directly indexing, means for example, if you want to print a single element, then definitely you can use the indexing. Now I am using 0, 1, 2, 3, and I am giving here the index number of 3. This is very important error. That's why I'm saying again and again, whenever you are doing the slicing, you need to use the double slicing only, then and then only you can concatenation. Otherwise, if you read the error also, it should become not an integer, right? So what is the solution of that? That's it. What exactly I'm doing? Using the slicing. What is the 3? Starting index. What is the index number of 4? This is become your starting index and colon. What is the end index number? You need to give the plus 1, right? That's it. That's why I'm giving the 3 column form. See, 0, 1, 2, 3. Right? I'm giving the here the 4. Why? Because always end index should be the plus 1. So try to solve this type of example more. But don't worry, this will be not asking for your interview or anything. This is basically I'm just telling for your knowledge only. So you can use the your knowledge inside that also, because always you need to give the better chance to solve any situation, right? Because as I already told in every video that practice makes man perfect. Okay, so I hope you understand the slicing concept. Simple thing remember about the slicing: whenever you want to print multiple elements but in a sequence, means for example 1, 3, 5, inside that 1 and 3 and 4 and 5, right? In between the elements should be missing, should be the same. Means for example between 1 and 3 it should be become 1 missing, 3 and 5 it should be 1 missing, then you can use the slicing. Otherwise if you want to print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is also sequentially, so this is also you can directly use the slicing. But for example you have 1, 2, 3 and then 5, then you don't use straightforward slicing. You need to first print 1, 2, 3 using slicing, then plus operator, and then using another slicing inside that you can use the 5. Okay, so I hope you remember this type of concepts. Okay, because now almost our, we can say 30 to 40% Python is over. Already we covered the data structure, indexing, slicing. In next video we will moving forward with our loop concept. Okay, till then, bye bye, take care, stay safe, practice makes man perfect. See you.